Hello and welcome to the Hub. It's your boy Sam, Big Pimpin'.
I'm Matt.
You know. And today we're reviewing
Supergirl.
Yeah, episode something.
2.
Oh, is it? Episode 2. That's the name of the episode. One question. Band or DJ?
Like, is this on purpose?
Yeah.
Are they trolling the fans with this another bullshit, ridiculous argument?
Yeah, pointless. Like, the second, like...
That's all these people do. That's all they do. Why do people love this so much? All they do is bicker about stupid shit.
Originally, I'm going to go ahead and say it, I was shocked. Because I was just sitting there minding my own business, you know, being cool and stuff like that. It was kind of a nice start, you know what I mean? Like, they're in bed together. And then you obviously had Sam and her kid kind of messing about. And then you had Kara by herself, unlucky, and then all of a sudden, like, they're shouting their mouths off. I was like, yo, what's going on here? And I was thinking, oh, what's this about? You know what I mean? Whatever. I was gonna.
That's all they do. I'm not saying, like, why are you getting married? All you ever do is fight.
Yeah, they're worthless, man. So that was a strong word. I wouldn't go that far, but
I don't think they're in a professional environment. They're saving the damn world, and they're walking there fighting about what song they're gonna have at their wedding.
Yeah, it's like Maggie, mate. You ain't got clearance. You know what I mean? So if I was a police officer and I just walked into the FBI and just was like got in an elevator and went up to like the classified level and started shouting my mouth off, like what? It's like she shouldn't be allowed in the DEO. And yeah, it was like a real chill tone. I was sitting there like, oh, this is kind of cool, you know what I mean? Like ethereal, and then, mind your business. I'm just like, what? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, wackest argument, annoying, because we said last time, unnecessary drama, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh my god, they've only gone and done it. Like, they're annoying. Kill them both off, I'm done with them. They're so annoying.
I don't believe it. It's got to be at a point. They must know what they're doing. They must know they're having them arguing every single episode.
Yeah,
and now it's such a ridiculous thing that it's got to be a troll.
Yeah, if they wanted to be super realistic, they'll start slapping each other soon. You know, they'll start hitting each other because that's where it's going. That's an abusive relationship.
The question is, which one of them's the aggressive one? Both aggressive.
Yeah, that's what. That's
why this relationship ain't working. You two can't match. Do the same damn thing.
Yeah. So, there's basically, because we've got bigger points to cover. So basically, there's a psychic person, girl, metahuman, who's somehow more powerful than the Martian Manhunter. But in my head, I was thinking maybe it's because her soul power's psychic, and he's obviously got a ton of other abilities. So maybe
she sucked. But let's get to something positive. Her power was kind of cool. I liked the first person view thing we got of Supergirl leaving Krypton and whatnot.
Yeah, that was sick. That was real sad. So yeah, she kind of, I guess, scarecrows them with her psychic ability and kind of makes them feel their fear. And then obviously Kara's was reliving the last day, the fall of Krypton, as it were. Pardon my dramatic phrasing. I've got another thing which Alex pissed me off about, but I'll cover that later. So yeah, and basically, you know, her seeing the fall of Krypton, like seeing her worst moment, but also it's kind of tied into Mon-El, because in her head, like really undertone, she's kind of convinced that she sent him off to his death.
That was a good scene as well when she had a breakdown about it. There you go. I mean, I've criticised. I don't think she does anger well. I've said that and I stand by it, but that she nailed.
Yeah, she does sad well because her eyes look nice when they're teared up. So yeah, one thing that pissed me off, like the first ever, like we actually hear Kryptonian. I mean, I'm super batty about that stuff. I love that stuff. So she's sitting there and she's like chanting to Rao, like on the floor. Remember, she's sitting there and she's speaking in Kryptonian to the revered Rao, and then in comes like Alex and like talking about. I was like, oh, what you doing? I wanted to hear more. It sounded nice. So that made me hate Alex even more, that she ruined that. It's like, oh my god.
I'll be honest, I was a bit grateful.
I've never heard anyone speak Kryptonian before, like,
and you never will, because it's not real.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, don't get me started. I have enough Klingon. I've got enough to deal with the bloody Klingon in that Star Trek show.
Okay.
Not needing that.
I know the Kryptonian alphabet, and I wanted to hear it. Yeah, swear down. So anyway, so that ruined that. That was annoying. Also, something I picked up in the first episode, like in the board meeting with Morgan Edge, and then Lena and Olsen both are like Supergirl at the same time, and they glare at each other, and I was thinking, tell me they're not. Not. Jimmy Olsen's wet for the Lena Luthor.
Oh Christ, on
like,
a bike.
Because like he
kept,
didn't you notice that? Like,
no.
She kept lowing him off in the meetings and stuff like that. And then, like, at the what I thought was good as well, like Tessmacher, who's like, I guess Lena's assistant now. So it's like, I thought that was cool, because
was she in the show already, Miss Tessmacher?
Yeah, she popped up a couple times.
Okay.
So like Tessmacher. Yeah, like I was waiting for that to happen. I was like gassed, yeah. And then they leave at the end, and then she's like, Mr. Olsen, and it's like, Miss Luthor, and then they glare at each other, and I was like, oh
no,
Superman's best pal Jimmy Olsen is going to be banging Lex Luthor's sister. I was like, knock it off. I knew it as well. I was thinking, I'm telling you, from that board meeting in the first episode, I was like, tell me they ain't. And then in this episode they kept glaring at each other, and I was like, oh my god, they're actually doing it.
I swear down, like, if I'm Superman, I'm flying to the city and telling Jimmy to sort his shit out. In fact, I'm telling him to pack his bags and get back to bloody Metropolis. Like, he's useless. Like, honest to God.
Like, if Clark and Lois ain't already married, and like at the wedding you got Lena Luthor sitting there, and then Lex walks in and drags her out, like, nah. Oh, wait, you don't know Superman. Okay, forget it. Yeah, I want her to turn evil now. You know, I liked it when she gave Kara a dressing down. It's like, yo, you work for me. You're allowing you're powering me off. Formal warning. And then, like, another thing as well that I think was glazed over a bit, like, Kara in the elevator, and then she straight through the ceiling and mullers half the building. And it's like, that ain't brought up again. It's like, come on, knock it off. That was like a big thing. Also, you got Sam and her kid's acting. Her kid's doing what Alex and Maggie are doing. Like, the
kid's a moron. The kid is a legit moron.
I'm trying to think where I've seen it before, where like
probably up Heroes or some crap.
Yeah, where the person thinks this other person has powers, so they put themselves in, like, it's like, do you know in Smallville when people used, like,
when it the kid, when it like Nikki and Micah or whatever.
Yeah.
Something to do with that.
Yeah, but in Smallville, it was always like people were on to Clark having powers, and like when they go to like confront him about it, it just so happens Jor-El took away his powers that episode. So when they go to confront him, it's like, I ain't got powers. It was like that. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, the kid dashes under the wrecking ball. I was expecting to see something special, but Supergirl just kind of grabs it and flies it away. And then at the end, you got Sam with the crowbar, which is got to be the beefiest crowbar I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was like, whoa, that's quite a big one.
And like, the kid like punched someone in school or something, right?
Yeah.
And she's there in the office with a super nosy like head teacher or principal, I think they call them in America, right? And there was a thing. She's like, "Where's the dad?"
Yeah.
And then she's like, "There is no dad," and it's like, I know you could be inferring that the dad's out of the picture or that he died, but it's like, is it meant to be like an immaculate conception? This kid just pop out of nowhere.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but then I mean, whether you got the dad popping up in later episodes and riling her up, and then
I'm still convinced it's Morgan Edge,
and then she turns into rain and kills him. Well, yeah, it's interesting because she was going on about how she's got this new job or something. And I was like thinking nothing of it, and then I thought, oh, is she gonna be like? In my head, I was thinking, oh, does she work at the Daily Planet? But we've never seen her before. Not the Daily Planet, CatCo, and we've never seen her before, or something like that. And it turns out she's got the top job. She's like what? An interim CEO at L-Corp now.
I don't know why you're saying not the Daily Planet, because that's exactly what it is. But that's a load of crap. Why bother introducing all that crap about bloody L-Corp and I'm going to make a difference to change it, and then she just gives the company away a few months later.
Yeah, she's like, well, no, this girl's like, because when she was like, oh, you're in the car, she was like, oh, I got this job and it's like way more money. It's like, you're telling me, geez, that's like what? That's got to be like a 10 million a year job easy. I was like,
do we even know what job this girl's had before?
No.
Surely L-Corp has a board and a board of directors. Yeah. And not to be ageist, but let's face it, there's no real true board of directors going to want at most 30 something running the damn company.
Yeah, well,
like, you can get away with it of Lena because she's a Luther.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, especially not a Luther as well, and just the fact, like, because we don't really like I'm throwing out like interim CEO. That's the job description, but she's like, oh, I made a 750 million investment in CatCo by buying it, so the company's valued at 750 million. So I want to come here and kind of learn the ins and outs, like why? Like, why wouldn't you leave Jimmy? I can't work out.
For plot shenanigans, because they want her and Jimmy and Supergirl all in the same place at the same damn time.
I know she's like super genius, and they're trying to work out that she's... Well, really, that kind of... Like, they're trying to make out she's smarter than Lex Luthor, who's the smartest person on Earth. So it's like, it wouldn't be that much of a stretch to be like, she can run L-Corp and run the Daily Planet at the same time. You know what I mean? There's no... But, like, why do it? Why be like, oh yeah, she's this smart? It's like
that's why they want to do the whole moonlighting thing with her and Jimmy, and have her in the same place as
Kara.
Yeah, because last season they had to come up with all those reasons for Kara to keep running off the bloody L-Corp. So now they don't have to do it; they're in the same place.
Maybe they're cutting back on the sets, and they're like, we don't want to use the L-Corp set anymore because it's like an expensive office building, so let's just keep her at CatCo to save a couple grand.
You keep all the cast in the same place.
Are we ever going to see Samantha at work?
It's why Maggie. That's why you don't see Maggie at the bloody police station. They just get her there at the DEO where she has no place being.
Yeah, another thing as well, like Alex is being all cool with like the kid, Ruby. And it's like, oh, you're so good with kids. And then, you know, if the DJ argument wasn't enough, oh, you don't want kids?
Oh, God. It's like my frustration. I mean, we talked about my frustration with them just arguing all the time, but it's also, there's no development. It's like, it just pops out of nowhere. Oh, she's nice to a kid. Hey, you're great with kids. Let's have one. Oh, come on, man.
It's like,
put some work in. You got to. We said this yesterday about whichever show we were reviewing. It's like, I think it was Arrow or something. It's like you have 23 odd episodes. Why are you rushing things? Drag it out.
They need to kill Maggie off quick time.
Oh, they will. They'll get married and she'll die at a wedding or something.
Oh, well, no, because I was on YouTube yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, which would be quite interesting. Obviously, you had Chloe and Jimmy Olsen get married in Smallville, and who turned up at the wedding. So I'm thinking, is whatchamacallit, are them two going to get married, and then Rain's going to turn up and kill Maggie or whatever? Like,
God help us. We got too many marriages on this. We got too many marriages on these things as well. Like, and Oliver and Felicity engaged, Aunt Barry and Iris getting married in the crossover.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they're getting married in the crossover. I don't really know the relationship status of Oliver and Felicity right now. I really don't know, but I'd love a doomsday at the wedding.
Oh, that's right. They were engaged, weren't they? And then blah blah blah. Yeah.
So
okay.
the end of the episode is Hank's having a bevy in the pub, and then McGann turns up and she's like, "Yo, you need to come back to Mars." And you can obviously see like, "Yo, I've got half a pint left, yeah. Get out of here." So I watched the preview for that, and I guess he goes back to Mars, and like his dad's still alive.
What?
Yeah.
That's crap. Well, it's a trick. It's a trick.
Well, yeah, it's obviously going to be Malefak or whatever his.
You know what?
Whatever is called, his brother, who's.
I guess I don't think it's ever looked good, but having the Martian, or who was it, McGann, having in a pub sat next to the actual actor dude playing the Martian Manhunter did no favours for the CGI. It looked awful.
He always looks dodgy anyway when he turns into the Martian Manhunter, but I think
he does, absolutely. But if you've got him flying around outside somewhere, I can kind of let it go. Yeah, but her sat there in a pub,
I think they've changed. I think they've given him an actual suit. I think he wears like the suit and it's kind of prosthetics, like he wears a mask or whatever. Because I know on CBS he was CGI, but I think on this he just kind of, when he changes, he wears a suit, and I don't think they've given her a suit because she just pops up every so often, so that's why she was CGI. But his look noticeably a little better than he normally does, and I think that's because it's prosthetics and a suit, which will save a lot of money because, I mean, louder CGI. But yeah, so he's going back to Mars. Let's talk numbers for this episode.
6.5, I guess. My God, they're all annoying.
7.5. I don't care for the Luther Olsen business. I like the kind of humanizing Kara and stuff like that, and weak to psychic attacks. It's like, it's not just kryptonite and magic, it's also psychic and sonic. So yeah, no Morgan Edge this episode. They're reining in. See, they're taking their time with Rain. You know what I mean? So, which is okay. There's a couple real. It's like, I still don't get why Lena's like deciding to, like, you know, people are going to be like, look, yeah, you're going to go over to the $750 million company and run that. Are you going to go to this $50 billion company and run this? It's like, I'll take CatCo.
I don't get the character. I don't think they do either. I think they still don't know what they want her to be. Is she evil? Is she not? Is she making a move on Jimmy Olsen? God help us. Like, where does she work? What does she do? What is the point of it? I do not understand. I don't think they do.
Do you want a evil Lena Luthor? Yes or no?
You might as well. Look, let's not beat around the bush. Supergirl was Superman. Make her Lex Luthor. Just do it. Enough of the crap. You got Jimmy Olsen there.
Do you think she's gonna, like akin to Smallville? Do you think she's gonna turn on Kara for not telling her she's Supergirl? Because I figure Lena's got to figure out soon, man. I mean, surely she had I was expecting like after credits thing to be CCTV of the elevator and her flying up and Muller in the thing. I was expecting that kind of business. So
the thing is, like, Lex. They used that as the excuse and the driving force, but ultimately Lex was always going to turn evil in the end anyway. He was always up to shady crap, long before he actually knew. I think he always had an idea, but he never really knew he was Superman, right?
And he was doing dodgy stuff behind the scenes anyway. If him and Clark weren't together, like, he'd be doing booky stuff, and like Clark could always be like, "Look, did you kill those people?" And it's like, "Nah, definitely not." It's like, just rewind the DVD 5 minutes, Clark.
If anything, on that show, being friends for as long as he was with Clark is what kept him from going evil sooner. He always would have went there eventually, but not with Lena. I have no idea.
So yeah, that's our gem for this episode. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you for more Supergirl next week. Superhero Hub. Keep it here. Holla.